Los Angeles Lakers, I mean, what happened?
Balls drop off.
This needs to be very clear. LeBron James deserves to retire on his own terms. No one can force him to make that decision. He deserves a retirement tour. He deserves his flowers. He deserves his tributes. If the Luka trade never happened, then there would be no rush on the Lakers side to push him to that decision. The Anthony Davis and LeBron era obviously ran its course. And let's just use LeBron's fame and power to squeeze as much money as possible. Retire until you're 50, for all we care. But that's not the case anymore. They now have the greatest offensive talent in the world. He is 26 years old, which means that they have a once-in-a-generation player at his peak. The time is taken now to get the most of him. You need to start building around him accordingly. And this is a long-term plan. You're not thinking about how we can build with Luka and LeBron. No, he is not a part of your future plans. You don't need him anymore. The idea of thinking that a 41-year-old player can be one of the driving forces of a championship winning team is beyond stupidity. Yes, I understand that he can put up numbers. But you know what? Anyone could put up numbers in the regular season. Case in point, there were exactly 50 players this season who average over 20 points per game. He can continue putting up numbers until he's pushing 50. This postseason has proven resoundingly that there are two extremes when it comes to the regular season and the playoffs. In the regular season, teams are going in third gear to save enough energy for the grueling postseason schedule. Fans have complained all year long about the lack of defense and competitiveness, which allows LeBron to put up numbers similar to what he has produced for his entire career. But in the playoffs, the intensity has risen to another level. You cannot save energy during the game to play in fifth gear for short spurts. Players are going hard all game long. Teams have the personnel to not allow LeBron to just bully his way for easy points. This is a young man's league. You have to go all out, all game long, for nearly 2 straight months if you want to win a title. No 41-year-old on planet Earth can sustain that level of play for that long. And what did we see? He ran out of gas in every single fourth quarter because, he's 40. Any player who cannot give you 100% at all times in the playoffs is a liability. Plain and simple. The longer he plays, the less he can give you in big moments. The Lakers need to come to this logical conclusion. On top of that, you need to start thinking about how you're going to construct this team. It's going to be much different with him on the roster. You're limited to what you can bring in because you already have 2 ball-dominant players. At this point, you're just looking for a big man who can protect the paint and grab lobs. Essentially, you're betting on Luka and LeBron to carry this team in the playoffs. If that's the case, you can't expect a different result. LeBron is not going to get better next season. No one gets better at that age. He is going to be worse. They will need him to play at another level for them to even reach the finals. And he's not physically capable of doing that. This team is not one big man away from winning the title. They need more pieces. But LeBron's contract doesn't allow them to acquire anyone who could bring any significant changes. The sad truth for Laker fans like me is that we're about to waste 1 year of Luka's prime. How sad is that? They need to start thinking about life without LeBron and officially start the Luka era as quickly as possible. With that in mind, they need to have an honest and open conversation with him. This is what they need to tell him. We can't tell you when you're going to retire. That is completely up to you. But this is your last year as a Laker. When your contract is up, we're not going to re-sign you. There's only one team in the NBA that is bigger and more powerful than the great LeBron James. That's the Los Angeles Lakers. This is unlike any team he's ever played with. They have all the power to say no to him and to do what's best for this franchise. They don't owe him anything. This team is all about championships. The expectation when you're a player of his caliber is to win multiple titles. One isn't enough if you want a statue outside the arena. He did not reach those expectations. This isn't Kobe Bryant or Magic Johnson, who were lifelong Lakers, who gave you 5 titles apiece, where you owed them and the fans for them to retire with that same team. He is nowhere near their level. When it's all said and done, LeBron James won't be remembered as a Laker. He will always belong to the city of Cleveland and the Cavaliers. We appreciate the title he delivered to the city. He's a top 10 Laker of all time, and his jersey will be retired one day. All that is true. But this team is too powerful to allow him to hold them hostage. It wouldn't be disrespectful to tell him that it's time to move on. As far as where he would go to finish the final year of his career, that's not their problem. Will some fans be outraged that they made the right decision to let him go? Sure. But they would be even more outraged if they allowed one of the greatest players of this generation, Luka Doncic, to leave. He wants to start winning, but that's not going to happen as long as they're employing a 41-year-old player as their second scoring option. They're going to keep falling short. Not if, when that happens, the LeBron media and their crazy fans are going to do what they've been doing over the past few weeks. Blame everyone else except their king. Unfortunately, Luka has gotten a lot of that heat. Nobody wants to go through that kind of scrutiny. I wouldn't blame him one bit if he says, screw that, and go somewhere else. But if they do the right thing, they will have enough money to give Luka the pieces necessary to contend. Unfortunately, they're going to have to wait at least one more year to start truly rebuilding. There is no way LeBron is going to retire this offseason. You know that he wants a retirement tour. He's not just going to say goodbye and ride off to the sunset. He wants what Kobe experienced in 2016, and rightfully so. Let him have that. Hopefully, we can give him that this season. But if he wants to continue playing, I sincerely hope the Lakers have enough common sense and willpower to let him go and let him pick the team that wants to sponsor the LeBron James retirement tour.